The movie opens with a girl tied to a pole in a dark room. She's terrified, kidnapped by a man who clearly doesn't want ransom money. When she pleads for her life, the kidnapper coldly says, "I don't want money. I want your blood and your body." He unties her, drags her to another room, and ties her to a chair. Then he brings in her unconscious boyfriend and ties him up too. The girl begs again. She'll pay for anything, even his daughter's treatment. But the man snaps, "My daughter is already dead, and I'm doing this so Santana can bring her back." And then, something horrifying happens. A creepy living doll appears. It's Santana. The man reads a ritual chant and stabs the boyfriend with a cursed dagger, draining his blood into a glass. The girl watches in horror, breaks free, and runs, but there's nowhere to go. It's a deserted island. Eventually, Santana finds her and drags her back. Back in the farmhouse, the kidnapper suddenly seems remorseful. He says sorry, and then brutally snaps her neck. Cut to another world. We meet Zoe, a famous documentary anchor known for uncovering strange locations. She receives a mysterious invitation to visit an island filled with terrifying legends. Excited by the opportunity, her team sets out, 6 members in total, including Tori, the youngest member and social media manager. The boatman who takes them refuses to go near the island at first, but money talks. He finally agrees, though clearly shaken. When they reach, the island looks like paradise. Lush, green, peaceful, but then they start seeing dolls hanging everywhere. Creepy, lifeless dolls watching them from trees. They find a farmhouse and shoot the opening for their documentary. The boatman leaves, but he doesn't make it far. He's stalked by Santana, and despite begging for his life, he's killed. Meanwhile, Zoe tells her team the island's history. A man named Julian lost his daughter and went mad. He believed her soul lived in dolls, so he hung them everywhere to keep her close. Later, the team finds a normal-looking house. Zoe thinks it must belong to Julian, the man who invited them. They enter and start shooting. Then, the cameraman sees Santana sitting on the couch right behind Zoe. Terrified, he stops the recording. Suddenly, Julian appears from behind and welcomes them. That night, Julian lights a bonfire and tells them, "I called you here to prove that my daughter is still alive." Not her body, but her soul. He offers them shelter, but Zoe declines. The group chooses to sleep in tents near the forest. One couple sneaks into the farmhouse basement to spend the night, but they're not alone. They hear laughter, and then Santana appears and murders them both. Meanwhile, Veronica and Tori are exploring the island. They argue over whether the dolls are just props or part of something sinister. Tori storms off and returns to Zoe, who's writing her script. Zoe decides to visit Julian and ask for a blanket. He welcomes her, offers her a drink, and opens up. But when she asks about his daughter, Julian suddenly becomes angry and slams the table. He quickly apologizes, blaming his grief. Zoe accepts it and leaves with the blanket. Later that night, Zoe has a terrifying dream. Santana kills her. She wakes up shaken, only to realize it was just a nightmare. 2 teammates are now missing. Zoe fears something is wrong. She splits the group. 2 go filming, while Zoe and another member go search. Meanwhile, Julian is seen smiling at a doll wearing green cloth. It smiles back. Back at his house, Tori reveals a shocking truth. She's Julian's daughter. She was the one who sent the invitation. Before her teammate can react, she kills him. Julian enters, praises her, and says, "We're proud of you." Zoe and Veronica argue while searching for the missing teammates. Suddenly, Santana appears. Zoe screams, "This isn't a joke. I saw her in my dream last night." They run, but get separated. Julian catches Zoe, knocks her out, and takes her back. Veronica hides in a cabin, where she finds the bodies of her dead friends. She too is knocked out by Santana. They both wake up tied up in Julian's house. That's when Tori walks in, perfectly fine. She shows them old photos. Her childhood, Julian and Santana. Zoe and Veronica are shocked. Tori says, "Santana likes your body, Zoe. Your sacrifice will please her." Julian joins in, chanting the same ritual as before. As they prepare the final sacrifice, Tori goes to collect Veronica's blood, but Veronica fights back, cutting Tori's hand and mixing her blood with hers. The ritual is ruined. Julian panics. He needs to gather blood from the other corpses. In the chaos, Zoe escapes and hides in a cabin full of her friends' bodies. Julian finds her, but Zoe ambushes him and kills him with a steel rod. Tori finds her father's body and sobs, but before she can react, Zoe kills her too. Zoe breaks down, realizing all of this was because of Santana's evil influence. Suddenly, Santana appears behind her and kills her. The final scene shows Santana performing the full ritual, mixing blood from all victims. She transforms into a full human form. Now, she lives alone on the island, waiting for the next innocent soul to arrive.